Hi, you're welcome to today's tutorial. Now this video is on the making of this very simple two-sided drawstring kimono bubu dress. It's very easy to make and I know this is something you would love to watch. So now let's get cutting. On my cutting table here, I have my fabric, as you can see, and the width of this in measurement is 19 inches, and that's from the nape of your shoulder to how long you want the sleeve to be. And it's on a fold of 4, so I'm cutting for both the front and the back piece. This is the center front and the center back. So I'm just going to go ahead to draw a straight line here, which will serve as my starting point, and I'll be taking all my measurements from below this point. So from this point here now, I'm just going to be coming down to take my horizontal measurements or my vertical measurements. So I'm marking 11 inches here, which is my bust line. And then I'm also going to be marking my hip line. And then of course, I'm going to be marking the length of the dress. So you just choose whatever appropriate measurement works for you and you mark them out as I'm doing. So I'm marking the length of the dress and I'm also going to be adding bending allowance of 1 inch. And after doing this, I will just square this out. So on the neckline here, I'm going to be taking my neck width, and for the front and the back is 3.5 inches. For the back neck depth, I'm using 1.5 inches. For the front neck depth, I'm using 4 inches, and I'm just connecting these lines. And after that, I'm going to go ahead to take my shoulder measurement. Half of my shoulder measurement is 8 inches. And then I'm going to take the length of the sleeve. So in total, that's about 19 inches and it includes 1 inch bending allowance for the sleeve. I'm coming down now by 1 inch. You can do 1.5 inches for shoulder slope and I'll be connecting it to the 3.5 inches neck width. So this is just like basic kimono. I'm sure you all should be very familiar with this pattern. Now on my hip line, I'm going to be taking a quarter of my hip measurement plus 3 inches, which also includes 1 inch for stitching allowance. I don't want this dress to be too free. So I'm taking that same measurement to the bottom of the cloth, but then on the chest line, instead of marking 14 inches, I'm going to be marking 13 inches because I want it to be a little bit fitted, not really fitted, but a little bit not so free at the bust line. So I'm connecting the lines and I'm coming down 2.5 inches here, going in 2.5 inches here to create my armhole curve. And then whatever I have here at the top, 19 inches, I'm just going to take away half of an inch and I will connect the line. I don't want the sleeve area to be straight. I want it to be slanted a bit. I'm sorry the camera couldn't capture this. So this dress doesn't have a pocket, but please feel free to include the pockets in your own making. And if you're new to my channel, thank you so much for stopping by. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I hope this content gives you value for your data. And also you can follow me on other platforms on IG and TikTok. So we're done cutting this out now. I'm just going to take out one piece underneath which will serve as my back piece, and I'm working on this piece now which will serve as my front piece. So I'm just going to be marking out how deep I want the opening to be. So I'm coming down by about 4 inches. So in total, the depth of this neckline for the front is 8 inches. So please feel free to use whatever measurement works for you. So I'm making my opening now because it has some sort of a v-neck opening, and here as you can see I've cut facing for both the front and the back, and I'm going to be working on the back piece right now, just picking the facing, right sides facing each other. I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and run a stitch holding them down, and then I will join the shoulder of both the front and the back. After joining, this is what we have. I'm going to serge all the loose ends at the end of the day. I'll take this to the sewing machine now. On the sleeve area, I'll fold in half of an inch twice and stitch. Because of the kind of drawstring we'll be making use of, you have to hem the bottom of your dress first of all before holding the sides. It's very important. So I'll fold using the allowance that I left, and then I will hold both sides using 1 inch as I left for allowance. As you can see, I'm done stitching. I'm going to be notching the armhole area later on so that I can be well relaxed at this point. And I'll do that for this side as well. I've also stitched the bottom before I held down both sides of this dress together. Now turning this inside out to the wrong side, I went ahead to um, press open my seam because this is where we're going to be attaching our drawstring. Now for the drawstring, you need, of course, 4 pieces, 2 pieces on each side of your seam. So I have 3 pieces already done here, and then the length of this totally depends on you, but the length I'm working with is 21 inches and the wideness of this is 2 inches, so that when I fold them half of an inch on both sides and half of an inch again at the end of the day, I'll be left with half of an inch. I'll run a stitch down to have one firm piece. So that's what I'm going to do for all 3 pieces now. So we're at the sewing machine and I'm just going to show you how I make the casing for my drawstring. So you just want to make sure that you have your seam, okay, well ironed and open up. I'm going to be measuring how high I want the casing of my drawstring to be. So from the bottom seam, I'm just going to mark 10 inches, which is this. Okay, I'm just making sure that there's no other fabric aside the fabric I want to stitch underneath my needle. And then I'm going to get one of my drawstring, which I've already held down with a stitch, and I'm just going to place it at least half of an inch above that 10-inch mark that I made. Okay, so I'm bringing it over to the side so you can see a lot more clearly. So the drawstring is going to be half of an inch above that chalk mark that I made, so that when I'm running a stitch, it actually holds the drawstring down. So making sure that your drawstring is very close to your seam line. So I'm just making this extra mark here so you can see and it's visible. I hope you understand. Please, if you don't, please just try to rewatch slowly. You definitely get it. So here I had to fold like a quarter of an inch just so that the casing is looking very neat. And then coming over to this side, I have got the other drawstring piece and I'm inserting it underneath my seam allowance, very close to the seam thread. And then of course I'm taking in a quarter of an inch as well again, and then I'm running a stitch, and I will continue to do this, just fold in a quarter of an inch, making sure that your drawstring is very close to your seam line and that you're at no point in time running a stitch over your drawstring, because at the end of the day, if you sew your drawstring to your main fabric, you will not be able to runch it as you want. So I'm just stitching, and with my fingers I can actually tell where the drawstring is. I can tell how far apart it is from, my seam allowance or my stitch. So that's what I'm doing and that's what I'm checking. So you have to be very patient when you're doing this. So yes, that's it for it there. I'm done with this side, and then I will also go over to the other side to repeat the same process. Fold in a quarter of an inch again. Make sure your drawstring is very close to your seam. Press down with your fingers, feel through, and then run a straight stitch. And then here I am, I've gotten to the end of this. I'm also going to repeat this on the other side. So after stitching both sides, I have notched the armhole. I've given this a very good press. As you can see, it's looking very relaxed. This is what we have at the end of the day, looking also beautiful and neat. So you can wear it this way actually, or you can runch it up, whichever you feel to. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have other suggestions, other videos you'd like for me to put up, please feel free to do so. Till my next video, bye bye.